This is my yoga studio. This is where I teach yoga. I come here often and I also do my own yoga here. I've been doing yoga for, oh my gosh, probably about 4 years now. I did it before my cancer diagnosis. I did it basically just to get into shape. And you know, chemotherapy was really hard on me and I couldn't wait to get back to doing yoga. So I started off really slow and I got back into doing my normal routine. It took a while and yoga really helped me get back my health. I still have a lot of chemo side effects, but it helped me basically getting my balance back, because with the vincristine there were times that I could barely even walk, and it really helped me. My name is Cindy Lupica. I'm 41 years old now. Can't believe it. I have 4 children. I've been in the high desert for about 21 years. I've lived in Lucerne Valley for 20 years. And I was diagnosed with choriocarcinoma, which is part of gestational trophoblastic disease, or GTD, and it's placenta cancer. And I was actually diagnosed with molar pregnancy, and what that is I had a complete molar pregnancy. I had 2 eggs that were fertilized during my pregnancy. One was a healthy fetus. She's now 4 years old. The other one was an egg that was missing DNA or chromosomes, and therefore it was not able to produce the placenta, and then it turned into the choriocarcinoma. And unfortunately, I was not diagnosed until my daughter was 4 months old. And during that time I had some intermittent bleeding. I did bleed for about 8 weeks postpartum. It stopped and then it started again, and my doctor in between, I had pap smears and I had my postnatal exam, my postpartum exam, and everything he said looked good. He couldn't find anything until I actually had a small hemorrhage. And then it was then that he called me in and we saw the screen on the image, and he sent me to the hospital, and I was diagnosed later that night. Well, they didn't actually say cancer. They said the other C word, choriocarcinoma. I knew it was cancer because I recognized carcinoma, but I didn't know what chorio was. So I responded quickly. I said, that sounds like cancer, and they said, yes, it is. My world was already going upside down anyway because of the long, I did have some symptoms during my pregnancy and then for the 4 months, so it felt like everything was flipped over even more, but it was more of a kind of a closing, because I finally had an answer, and my husband was with me and we looked at each other and we were actually speechless. We didn't know what to say. But the doctors were really informative to us. They did tell us exactly what it was and how I got it. They explained the molar pregnancy, and we were a little confused at the time because we didn't understand what a complete molar twin was, and we wanted to ask them, did we actually lose a twin? So they were really delicate on that situation. And from there, it just roller coastered even quicker. I had to say goodbye to my husband, and he went back to the kids, and I was admitted that night, and it just rolled from there for 6.5 months. And then after that, it just went monitoring. And I actually am still under monitoring, but it's only every 6 months now. So we've had about a year of just trying to regather our thoughts and just go back to try and digest everything that we have been through. I've learned a lot. I would say for the most part, I learned about my strength. It was very hard for me to be away from my children. I do homeschool. So being away, I was treated down in Colton. It was very hard for me, and there were times that I didn't know if I could, make through the whole journey, especially around 4 of EMACO. It got to be really, really hard. The chemotherapy was it's very aggressive. And I almost wanted to give up, and my oncologist told me, you got to keep pushing this. And it was my children that kept me going, and obviously first and foremost my faith in the Lord. But I learned, God's grace and His mercy, and I just learned to rely on Him, and just to, I'm gonna cry, sorry, just to leave everything to Him, and just, let Him give me the strength. So that's what I learned.